Hello students, today we will see our web analytics second chapter, qualitative analysis. These chapters having mainly 3 points: heuristic evaluation, site visits and survey. Heuristic evaluations contains conducting a heuristic evaluation, and second is benefits of heuristic evaluation. Then site visit contains conducting a site visit and benefits of site visits. Then survey contains website survey, post visit survey, creating and running a survey and benefits of the survey. Then first we will see what is meant by qualitative analysis. Qualitative analysis uses subjective judgment to analyze company values or perspective based or non-quantifiable informations such as management expertise, industry cycles, strength of the research and development, and labor relations. Many of us in the traditional web analytics community do not have an optional levels of awareness of user research methodologies analyzing the data. The main steps in these phases are follows. First is, as soon as possible, hold a debriefing session with all the observer so that everyone can share their thoughts and observations. Then second step is, take time to note trends and patterns. That means trending website and patterns of the website. Then do a deep live analysis with the goal of identifying the root causes of failure based on the actual observations. And fourth step is, make recommendations to fix the problems identified. And usually you create a PowerPoint deck that collects all the scores. Then what is meant by heuristic evaluation? Most of all heuristic evaluations are going back to the basic to drive optimal customer experiences, and heuristic evaluations are sometimes also called as a expert analysis, or it's having another name is expert analysis. Heuristic is the rule of thumb, and it is much heuristic evaluations follows a set of well established rules, that means best practices in the web design and in how website visitors experiences websites and interact with them. And when conducting a heuristic evaluations, a user research or an SCI experts act as a website customer and attempt to collect a set of predetermined tasks. That means that tasks related to the website reasons for existence. Then heuristic evaluations can also be done in groups like people with key skill. Key skill contains like designers, information architects, website analytics professionals, like searching experts and so forth. All these attempt to mimic the customer experiences under the stewardship of the user researchers. The goal is to attempt to complete task on the website as a customer would, and the great benefit of using a group heuristic evaluation method is that you can tap in the wisdom of the crowds. And on the web, this is especially powerful because web is such as intensively personal medium, and the group of members can offer different points of views. Then second, conducting heuristic evaluation. Here the sixth step to conducting a successful evaluation process. So we can follow these six steps to conducting a heuristic evaluation. Then first step is, use primary research survey or partner with the website owner to understand the core task that the customers are expected to complete on the website. Here are the some example of scenarios. First is finding information about the top selling product on the website. Then locate a store closest to the where the customer lives. And third is place an order on the website by using PayPal. Actually PayPal is the online transaction app. If website doesn't accept PayPal, Then how easily and quickly can a customer find that out. Then check the delivery status of an order placed on the website. Then successfully contact tech support via email. Then pick out the right product for customer profile X, where X can be a small business owner or the family of four or some who is allergic or peanuts. Then sign up for a company newsletter. Then second step is establish a success benchmark for each task. For example, a success rate for finding information about top selling product is equal to 95%, for example. And then second is allocating a store like 80% and so forth. Then third step is walk through each task as a customer would and make note of all the key finding in the experience, or everything from how long it takes to complete the task and to how many steps it takes to herds in the accomplishing the task. Then fourth is make note for specific rules violations against the best practice checklist. Then fifth step is create a report of your findings. The most common format used is PowerPoint presentation with the screenshot of the web pages and clear calls out or the issue founds. Then last step is categorize the recommendations into urgent, importance and nice to have to help the business decision makers prioritize. And a recommendation should be made regardless of technical feasibility. Then benefits of heuristic evaluations. First is heuristic evaluations are extremely fast to perform and with a very quick time to insights. Then second is they can have leverage your existing resources in the company. Then third is they can identify the most egregious customers issues on your websites, often all the low and medium hanging fruits. Then fourth is they can use very effectively early in the website development process to find potential hurdles. Then they can reduce the cost of full usability test by helping fix the obvious problems, and usability test can be focus on hidden or tougher the challenges. Then site visit. Site visit, also often referred to follow me home studies, are perhaps the best way to get as close to the customer's that means a native environment as possible. In the site visit, user researches and often other key stakeholders go to the home or office of the customer to observe them completing tasks in a real world environment. Then you can observe customers interacting with website in the midst of the all other distractions of their environment. For example, like ringing phones, wired pop-up blockers, or office worker causing interruptions. This experience, as you can imagine, it is very different from the usability testing in the lab because complicating environmental factors are not present in the lab. Most often, site visits are conducted by visiting current or prospective customers at their workplace or home, as may be appropriate. Then the customer shows us how they interact with our website, and this process is like an interview and more like a training session as the customer teach how they accomplish a task. Then how to actually conduct a site visit. There are three stages to according a successful site visit, like preparing, then conducting site visit and analyzing the data. Then first is preparing the site visit. The preparation steps for site visit share some steps with lab usability testing, though the protocols are slightly looser because the emphasis is on more open-ended learning. The additional steps in the preparation phase are as follows. Then first step is set your customers expectation clearly. That means customer requirements, set requirements exactly. For example, indicates when you are going to arrive. Say the say that they should not change anything about the environment, that is not to clean up or concern with having look good. Then second step is assign the proper roles of your company employees upfront. Moderator usually use a researcher, note takers, video person, and so forth. Then third step is coordinate all phases that of the visit with your team and show up on the time. Then second is conducting the site visit. Here are the main steps. Like first is remember that 80% of your time should be spent observing during the site visit. Practice patience. That means first step is our whole times, out of whole times 80% time should be spent on the observation. Then second step is ask your customer to show you what they do when you are not there, and watch your customers, listen to them, and look for verbal and non-verbal clues. Let them teach you, let them show you how they are solving their problems in real world. Then third is think of your intent behind how you would solve the customer problems, and think of better ways of helping them as you see in the real world how they experience your websites. Then fourth step is don't teach or help the customers or provide them with tips or tricks. Then fifth is the moderator can ask a few clarifying questions, but remember 80 to 20 rules, that means 80% observation. Then second is next step is during the visit look for small details and be prepared to be surprised. And surprises are good things in this case, because from them will emerge solution that will make your company unique in how it solve customer challenges. And the last step is thanks the customer in the end and make sure you to pay them right away. Then main third stage having analyzing the data. The following are the main steps of these phases. As soon as possible, usually right after the site visit, hold a debriefing session for all the folks who participated in the site visit, and the goal is to collect the freshers observation, because even with a brief passage of time, some of the subtle observations might be forgotten, and take extensive notes. Then second, use the team to identify the core themes among the observation, categorize all the insight into similar groups, and be sure to use the examples and documentations them and to illustrate the issues. Then third is in your analysis focus on the surprise that you saw and the patterns that were repeated by different customers during your site visit. Then fourth is do a deep dive on your main theme and identify what the core root causes were for the failures based on the actual observation. And the fifth page is develop recommendations and action plan to address each issues, and use the team to prioritize recommendations into the urgent, important, and nice to have categorized to help the decision making process for action. And six is finally develop a plan to measure success of post implementations, and this could be done via follow up site visits, then testing on the website, increase sales or revenues, or customer satisfactions. Then site visits having some benefits. Site visit allows us to understand how customer accomplish their goals in the real world. That means with the all distractions and other environmental variables. Then second is site visit are perhaps the only UCD methodologies that allows us to have a true dialogue with your own customer, glean powerful insight into their experiences, and get all my questions answered in very direct manner. Then third benefits is site visit are especially powerful for gathering informations about user requirements, then understanding customers problems, then for identifying new and different ways of meeting customer requirements. Then site visit can be most powerful to the company employees who are usually deep in the trenches, and like website developers, quality assurance, QA, architects, web analysis, analysts, like folks who as a part of their day-to-day work obligations rarely have to opportunity to interact with the real customer directly.